All right, we need to knock this off. There are 300, 400 people watching right now while me and Steve eat Tres Leches. Dude, what's going on with you? Steve Loves Ammo in the building.
What's up, man?
What is good, my dude?
Dude, I'm great, man. Beautiful Texan day. Got 3 milk cake.
Yeah, we got Tres Leches. I should explain what's going on for those of you that are, some of you might be new here. You're Steve's followers. Some of you are not. We, Walton and Johnson was off today. It was one of our, we get X amount of holidays a year to take off and vacation days. So we took time off today. But my buddy Steve Loves Ammo, one of my favorite tweeterers, one of my favorite people from the Exosphere, was like, hey, dude, do you want to go eat lunch? I said, I'm off work Friday. Let's have lunch Friday. So we hang out. We went down the street to a Jewish deli. You and I, 2 Roman Catholic boys eating Reubens together. What'd you think of that?
I think it was pretty delicious, man.
Kenny and Ziggy's, outstanding.
Yes.
And I was like, dude, Steve tells me, he's like, it's, you know, I'm not in the city very often. I'm like, how far out of the city do you live? I won't say where he lives because he's been doxxed before and he's been swatted, so he doesn't need me to throw fire on that. But he's like, basically, it's like an hour outside of the city. I was like, dude, you're not in the city very often. You should come by the studio. We come by the studio here at the radio station. There's a party going on. So we get Tres Leches cake. I got a Topo Chico, always delicious. Steve, what are you enjoying? A Celsius? Is that what you got? Having
3 milk and Celsius.
Celsius was the answer to the question. I want an energy drink, but I want to pretend like it's healthy.
Pretty much.
So that's what the Celsius is. We have a lot of them here at the radio station, although I think you got tricked into paying for that one.
Well, unfortunately,
That's
you know,
right.
I don't know.
You're
Maybe.
a capitalist.
Yeah.
Explain your shirt. Stand up.
All right. How high do I have to stand? Is
You're
this the
on it.
camera
Yeah, we
right
can see
here?
it. We
All
can
right.
see it. Yep.
Cool.
Rhino Removal Project.
So,
For those of you, what is the Rhino Removal Project, Steve?
all right. So the Rhino Removal Project, what we're trying to do, we're a brand new grassroots organization. We started about 8 months ago. We have found that our country has been controlled by these rhinos. We do understand that within the Rhino Removal Project, we're something new, and Democrats do not hold themselves accountable, right? Republicans, we are a different breed of person, and we believe that these rhino schmucks that have been sending our money overseas, pocketing their checkbooks or their wallets, it's unacceptable. So at Rhino Removal Project, we're trying to get these people out of office.
There is no left-wing equivalent. There's no dino removal. There's not like a group of people. People on the left are happy to be moderates or pretend to be moderates. People on the right are disgusted by people
Absolutely.
who are actually moderates but pretend to not be in the middle.
Absolutely, brother. And, and being prior service, I once swore an oath, and my oath to the Constitution never expires, right? I'm serving my country once again. And, you know, going overseas twice, I'm a Purple Heart recipient. I almost died for this country. So seeing these people that are in Washington, D.C., that do not care about the people or their constituents, they're multimillionaires when the general income level is $60,000 a year. How can you relate to people like that?
Hell yeah. I just want to point out that since this segment will not technically be on terrestrial radio, I think that's pretty fucked up, Steve. I don't get to swear into this mic. I really. Most of you are like, so why did he say that? It's very exciting for me to say the F word into this microphone.
Fuck yeah.
And fuck yeah. And you're eating Tres Leches. I just want to point out it's not an act. What do you think about this?
Let me try it out.
It is pretty good.
This is breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see.
I think it's from El Tiempo. What do you think? It's fucking good, right?
It's fucking amazing.
That's the thing about being from Texas. We're okay with I think I got stuff on my face. Did I get stuff? No, I'm good. Okay.
That's what she said.
Thank you. We're Texas is all about the Hispanic culture. We just don't want child sex trafficking in our backyard.
Yeah, no, I agree.
What amount of child sex trafficking would be okay, Steve?
Negative.
Zero. Less of it. Less than right. Is that possible?
I don't think so.
For those that have never seen Steve on social media before, and a lot of people he has a huge following. Let me explain briefly who you are. You're not from Texas. You got here as quick as you could, like Davy Crockett. You're a Louisiana boy, so you are from the South.
I am.
Tell us about that.
So I'm born in, I'll say Vermilion Parish. It doesn't matter. My graduating high school class was 300, and everybody, like, it was the talk of the town. It was like, oh my God, how are we gonna do this? A town of 2,000 people. My mom knows some members of the show Swamp People.
Wow.
So, like, she doesn't know Troy, but some from people further south than that. But anyways, what got me out of Louisiana initially, I joined the Army in 2006. I was stationed in Germany. Went to Oktoberfest twice. Remember, about 3.5 hours total.
And Oktoberfest is in September in Germany.
So it's a whole season. It's called, like, festival season.
But
so
Americans assume it's in October. It starts at the end of summer, right?
Well, actually, early summer. So it's usually like 3 months of just drunkenness.
Really?
Which is amazing because German beer is awesome.
Yeah. So, Kolsch style ale, that kind of thing.
So yeah, I probably destroyed my liver when I was there.
Meh.
But anyways.
Well, you can get another one of those.
Just get a chunk and just have it.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, just have it replaced.
China will sell you one. It's fine.
China. But yeah, I did 2 combat deployments, one to Iraq and one to Afghanistan. My deployments between both were actually 2 months apart from each other. So I essentially spent 2 years overseas. My first deployment, there was Texas Guard actually did a request for forces for my occupation. I did human intelligence, and they did a request for forces, and they were like, "Hey, do any of you guys want to deploy?" And I was like, "Hell yeah!" You know, why did I join the military if I'm not going to sit in, you know, stateside or in Germany or whatever?
Sure.
So I wanted to serve my country, become a combat vet, and so what had happened is I flew to Seattle, to Fort Lewis, where the Texas Guard was doing their pre-mobilization training. It's a couple of weeks. So I meet them out there. My company commander graduated high school a year before me.
Wow, okay.
So he was from Louisiana Guard, and he went to Fort Lewis because they had the request for forces. So when they do that, they spread this memo throughout all of the Army.
Isn't it weird when you meet Americans when you're overseas? And you feel like you're supposed to talk to them because you're both Americans. But then after talking to them for about 5 minutes, there's always this realization that back in America, I would never talk to this guy.
Exactly.
I'm only talking to you because we're both in Jamaica right now.
Right.
But
you're kind of a douche, so.
Right. I'm not at all interested in tennis or whatever the fuck you want to talk about.
Like cricket. No one plays that shit.
Yeah, nobody gives a shit about Three Doors Down. Get the hell out of here.
Or Nickelback.
Right.
Sorry, I don't like Nickelback.
I didn't like Nickelback before when they were cool. And then it became cool to hate Nickelback. And then there was a part of me that is like, hey.
Now it's a rebel.
Right. If I put on Nickelback, it upsets liberals for some reason.
Oh, my gosh.
Do you know what I mean? It's the circle of life.
Are you one of those, look at this photograph?
Look at this photograph. So what happened? You were deployed to you saw combat.
Yes.
And that was pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
In Afghanistan.
In Afghanistan.
Where the food is not amazing.
It's okay.
Well, what did you eat?
I had like connections, so we can get like we had interpreters. I go over to Pakistan, get like local food, and bring it over back to us. So,
What did you get from Pakistan?
like Pakistani food, like rice and dude, shit, spicy. Like, so I had it twice, and I will say like my shit burned for like 3 days after.
Bro,
every time.
Pakistani food is so spicy. There's a guy that lives on the floor. I live in a high rise in the city. There's a guy that lives down the hallway from me. And he's a Pakistani guy, and we do not like each other, not because of his race, not because of his religion, because he cooks food with the door open, and it's such a powerful, pungent odor. And as a bachelor, you know, women are real touchy about smells.
Yeah.
The smell lingers down the hall. It's like, dude, this is going to affect my love life. You have to start cooking with the door open. We have only recently become friends with each other. We did not like each other for a while.
Yeah, like the girl walks in. Are you Aladdin or
Yeah,
something?
what the fuck is that smell? Is there a dumpster in here? What is
Right.
Anyway, but to you in Afghanistan, that was better than the food that was around.
Well, I mean, because we had the dining facility, so it was Bangladeshi guys that would make like $2 a day that would come in,
Which was a lot to them.
oh yeah, absolutely.
Sure.
And they would cook local food and things like that, like eggs and bacon and all that stuff.
All right, how long were you in Afghanistan?
For a year,
Can I ask you about some of the fucked up stuff?
I'm sure.
Bakabazi boys, is that we aligned ourselves with in Afghanistan, the Taliban was against the Bachabazi boys. Do you know what this is? No? Hang on, I want to put this up on the screen.
Yeah.
This is, I mean, I always wonder how prevalent this is. In Afghanistan, the Taliban was against, like in America, if you have a little bit of money, you will buy a boat or get a second house or buy a truck or whatever. In Afghanistan, hang on, how do we,
Are
sorry.
these like the Thursday night guys?
What are the Thursday night guys? What does that mean?
Whenever they can, have male relations, I'll say, on a Thursday.
Hang on, I don't have this set up right. Let me fix it. Hold on a second, everybody. There we go. Okay, I think I got it on the screen here. So this is, I'm getting ahead of myself here, but these are scenes from a San Francisco screenplay that was during the pandemic in San Francisco. They did a musical about child sex slaves in Afghanistan, and people were really disgusted by it because
Right.
San Francisco, the local theater scene almost made it look romantic. Like,
It's kind of like how Netflix does Cuties.
very similar,
Yes.
right? And so the Taliban, here's a Taliban leader. He does not like it. But you see, here's a little boy dressed like a woman. And look, these guys, they look like cavemen, but he's got his phone out.
Right.
He's videotaping it. How fucked up is this, right?
Yeah.
So, and then between that, look at, here's a
And then
boy
put
putting on women's makeup. It's a gay, there's a bunch of little Bachabazi
So,
boys.
They'll do things like this. So I didn't know the actual terminology behind it, but also whenever they're getting ready to commit their jihad, they'll do something similar to this.
Like what?
They will actually like put makeup on, like eyeliner, and like really like groom themselves, and they'll take photos like in like with like flowers and stuff in the background, like very like to make themselves like a propaganda type photo to use as for their martyrdom.
My understanding is that the Taliban's against this, and the people we aligned ourselves with, the so-called left-leaning intellectual academic community of Kabul, which is who the Westerners align themselves with, are very okay with this. They're like, no, this is just adjacent to homosexuality, which you Westerns, and then the other thing that was controversial is, besides this, the people we aligned ourselves with were growing poppy plants, which were used for heroin, right?
Right, and then eventually destroyed by McChrystal.
By
but
what?
General McChrystal.
That is an American general.
Yes.
He didn't like the poppy.
Correct.
And
Which
so we had that in common with the Taliban. That's the worst part about it is you're like, well, what was the Taliban for? Well, they were against child sex and heroin.
well, we know why they were created, but or
Right,
who
it's a little
created
more-
them, you know.
we have those two things in common because the
Yes.
rest of what they
But-
believe is probably pretty fucked up,
well,
right?
Well, then if the people that supported the Bakabazi, why don't they just go over there and do a pride march in Kabul and see what happens? Let's see what happens. I mean, they support it so much. Stand by your convictions and go overseas.
I agree with you. I think you're right about that. But anyway, now they don't. So it's like on one hand, gay child sex.
Right.
On the other hand, women can't read books.
Yes.
Those are the two sides of this. There's not a middle ground where there's someone's just like, hey, maybe we have secular religious beliefs and we don't fuck kids. Could that be?
Dude, exactly. But like, so this is the weird part about Sharia law. So when I was over there and guys would come onto the base to give us locations of like Taliban leaders,
Right.
they would smoke pot with us. They would drink alcohol because they stated that Allah could not see them there because they're on American soil.
Isn't that weird? Have you ever heard about the look, you and I just ate in a Jewish deli, so I'm not I'm going to sound anti-Semitic when I say this, but I'm not trying to. Jewish people have, I forget what it's called, what's their word for it? It's like a kosher elevator. Do you know about this?
No.
On the Sabbath, you're not allowed to control electronics. So like this massive mixing board that's in front
Don't
of
they
me.
like cover lamps and everything too?
Right. So exactly.
Yes.
They're not allowed to touch the.
Okay.
So they have an elevator that's just on automatic all day.
Mm-hmm.
And they can ride it, but they can't touch the buttons.
So they're just kind of waiting around.
So my
just jump
question for my Jewish friends is always this: is like, is that like a legal loophole where you're tricking God? How does that? I'm just asking. I don't know.
See you.
I'm not trying to criticize the Jews. I would never.
Yeah, right.
Right. Obviously.
But it's like, can they just use the stairs?
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're on the 9th floor of some apartment in New York.
I mean, what's the workout?
Hey, I agree with you. I would not try to trick God. As a Catholic, I'm not looking for the loophole.
Yeah, me either.
Or like the thing, and I'm sure this isn't real, the hole in the sheet. Steve, you've never heard of this?
Remind me. I'm
premarital sex. Okay, I don't think.
Oh no,
I don't think it's real. But there's an urban myth that in some Orthodox religious communities, you can have premarital sex if there's a hole in a sheet. Now, or what's the other thing with Mormons is soaking. Do you know about soaking?
I was just thinking about
anal.
anal.
Steve, don't make me explain soaking.
No,
to
please.
you.
I want for your audience to hear what soaking is, but wouldn't like anal be the same thing as the hole in the sheet?
It's a really good question. Well, sodomy, because that's in Leviticus, right? Like the Old Testament is just
true.
It's just the Torah or whatever. What is it? It's the
the Torah. Yeah.
Is it the Torah?
The Torah essentially is the Old Testament.
That's what I thought, right?
Yes.
And then what's the other one? There's another book where it's Jewish scholars arguing and Christians.
I don't think it's the book of
Goyim
Enoch,
always
but,
get confused about that because it's a book filled with arguments, and we always think that that's a religious book, but it's not. It's just sort of a. My Jewish friends have explained this to me.
Is it just like a case study? Or
You'll
something?
find contradictions in it.
Okay.
Right. They're like, well,
so it's kind of hidden then.
I thought you believed this, and then they're like, yeah, but on the next page, there's a guy that explains why that's wrong, and the Talmud. Thank you. Someone in the comment section. Yeah, I feel like we should stop talking about the Jews and get right back to the Muslims, Steve.
Yeah.
Anybody? No, we would never. No. Anyway, back to the conversation about the Muslims. So you're in Afghanistan eating the shitty food that you get from the Indo-Paki grocery store, basically. And at some point, this ends. You come back to America. You meet your wife. And then what?
So I was actually became a National Register paramedic. National Register critical care paramedic, and my first shift in Louisiana was on Mardi Gras Day, which was kind of crazy because I got called the N-word by a black person in the back of the ambulance, and I'm like, wow, okay, this
hard
is
R or soft A?
Yeah, oh no, hard R.
Really?
Hard R.
He really leaned.
I'm like, lady, you're drunk. Let me start an IV on you and get you some fluids. But anyways,
having grown up in Chicago and lived most of my adult life in Houston, I am no stranger to black people dropping N-bombs, but you don't normally get the hard R.
Hard R, dude.
Wow.
That was crazy. And that was my first shift as a paramedic. So I'm like, wow, I didn't learn that in school. But anyways.
Like, what do you do? Right.
So, yeah, I moved out here to Texas. I got promoted to ops supervisor. And, I did that and got into the safety field. Got laid off a few months ago. But now I'm doing social media full time. And I'm kind of digging it.
So that's a big deal. You did not expect to do that. You were not trying to quit your day job.
Yes.
God forced that upon you, but you made lemonade.
Exactly.
Is the money better?
It's equivalent.
Okay.
But
how are the hours? What's the quality of life? Break it all down for me.
So I kind of research what's going on during the day, but also I do shit post. So I do find like hilarious videos online, and those gain like a lot of traction because I do feel like a lot of people are having political fatigue right now.
You and I are older millennials.
Yes.
You understand the quality of the shit post. I think that I think that generationally, we're older millennials, both. I'm just a little older than you, and I'm just barely a millennial. We are generationally at the point here where if we were just a little older, we would not understand 6'7". You get 6'7"?
Yeah.
It's meme culture,
Yes.
right? Someone on the internet, it's shit posting, and it found its way to the real world. What
Right.
does 6'7" mean? It means nothing, and that's why young people think it's funny, right? And by the way, adults, if you don't like when your teenager says 6'7", there is only one thing you could do to make them stop saying it. And do you know what that is, Steve? You're a father. You have to start saying it all the time. You have to start 6'7". You have to start. This week's South Park was about that.
Was it?
About the 6'7" trend
Huh.
and how
I
it
have to
means
look it
nothing
up.
and how adults don't like it. Adults, if you don't want your kids to say it anymore, you've got to stop dropping it like once an hour, right? Anytime your kids bring up anything numerical, 6'7", you got to throw it out there, Steve. You have a kid, right? You're a dad.
Yeah.
Is he into that, or is he a little too young?
He's 10. So I really want to introduce him to South Park and Rick and Morty, but
Rick and Morty first. South
Yeah.
Park is a little racy.
Yeah.
There's nothing
You
on
might
Rick
have
and
to wait.
Morty that compares to like,
But
everyone has AIDS, you know?
AIDS. My favorite. Oh, here we go. Okay, my favorite South Park episode is the one with Joseph Smith.
Oh, for sure. The stuff they did on Mormons is so good. You know, we were
The
talking,
song.
right?
Joseph Smith was a prophet.
Dum 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 dum, dum dum dum. Now we have to watch it, bro.
Yes, we do.
It is a brilliant episode.
Ah, man. I laugh about it all the time.
The creators of South Park have this weird obsession with Mormons. And I think part of what it is Mormons are just so funny. They really are. They're the funniest because they believe in all the things traditional Christians believe, but like with some like American nationalism swept up into it.
Yes. It is like a freedom Christianity. I don't know. Americanism Christianity. I don't know how to break that down.
I don't have the video clip of this in front of me because this is a radio show, but my favorite audio bite of them, as great as the Book of Mormons is, as great as their episode about Joseph
We
Smith
love
is,
all religions here, guys. Just
Right.
so you know, we love everybody.
even, yes, everybody, obviously. The episode where they die and go to hell, and
Okay.
I only have the audio of this, so people will have to just watch our reactions. Hang on.
Hello, newcomers, and welcome.
Damn it.
Sorry, I didn't realize we still have the music playing. Sorry, everybody. Hang on. This is the audio I wanted to play.
Hello, newcomers, and welcome. Can everybody hear me? Hello? Can everybody? Okay. I'm the Hell Director. It looks like we have about 8,615 of you newbies today. And for those of you who were a little confused, you are dead, and this is Hell. So abandon all hope and yada, yada, yada. We're now going to start the orientation process, which will last about...
Hey, wait a minute. I shouldn't be here. I was a totally strict and devout Protestant. I thought we went to heaven.
Yes, well, I'm afraid you were wrong.
I was a practicing Jehovah's Witness.
You picked the wrong religion as well.
Well, who was right? Who gets into heaven?
I'm afraid it was the Mormons. Yes, the Mormons were the correct answer.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Yeah, we could do a whole hour just talking about South Park whenever.
Okay, well, let's talk about that for a minute. This season of South Park is all about them dunking on Trump.
No.
Partly because people told them that they couldn't or like that they weren't supposed
Yes.
to. I will tell you, and I know this is going to be unpopular with the audience, I forgive them. If they made fun of Al Gore, they can make fun of Trump. I don't care.
They made fun of Barack Obama too.
right.
People forget about that.
A lot, actually.
you
They
know,
didn't
so-
make fun of Biden.
That's.
And
I
I think,
guess because no, they do pick on retards. So
well, there's that. Yeah. Speaking of picking on retards, that's a good segue to this other thing. I want to talk about this video of Lena Hidalgo, the county judge.
Dora the Explorer.
Before we get to that, let's cover one thing because I want to end with that. Let's talk about this real quick. You got swatted. You're a nice guy on the internet who posts funny videos and memes about right-wing but you are a nice guy. You seem like an average dad.
I'm like
I don't find you to be that off-putting. You don't strike me as like you're not like Nick Fuentes or some alt-right guy.
Maybe
or,
I'm like a lovable asshole.
you're a level. Well, that's what I think I am.
Yeah,
But
right.
you got swatted. Would you
Yes.
tell the story?
Yeah. So actually, it was a day I made a original content video about transgenders. and it had happened to be, it was 1 o'clock in the morning, and for some reason I was awake. I do deal a lot with insomnia, but I was awake and I saw a bright light on my house, and I live.
What time was this?
About 1 in the morning.
Wow. Okay.
And I noticed a bright light on my house, and I live in the woods, and I'm like, okay, this is not normal. So I go outside and I see it's a cop showing up. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm getting swatted. So the first responding officer got out of his door and he said, "Were there shots fired here?" And I said, "No." And he was like, "Is this my address?" And he said, and I said, "Obviously, yes." And he said, "Wait out here." So I'm waiting out there, and then like 6 other cop cars show up, and so I go out. They walk me out, and they're shining light on me, and they're starting to search me. And then I hear it was a state trooper racking a shotgun
Jesus.
as they were doing this, and so they were like, "Well, we got a call that you." Essentially, I shot and killed my wife, and I was looking to get death by cop.
Wow. Suicide by cop. Yeah.
So I'm like,
Jesus,
my
Steve.
wife walks out.
That is
and then they're like,
hardcore as fuck.
Okay, well, this is not right. And literally 3 weeks before, this is when, like, the big accounts like Gunther Eagleman.
Sure, I know who that is. Yeah.
Yeah, they had gotten swatted, and Sean Farish.
Sean got swatted too. The guy that does the funny Trump impression.
Exactly. So I was like, let me go contact my local sheriff and say, hey, look, I have a large account. I'm a conservative, and there may be a chance that someone may call a fake 911 call on me. And they're like, the sheriff's deputy obviously didn't take me seriously, because they were like, well, what would they call about? I'm like, I don't know, like suicide, like I'm trying to harm somebody or myself, but like they're like, okay, we're gonna make a report, and obviously that didn't work. Now they made the report, obviously, because they have, in CAD, when you do any kind of first responder things, if you show up to a house, there's like previous addresses, and it shows up notes from previous calls. So if someone is like a domestic violence person or always has issues that the cops are showing up to their house, they can look on the computer and see how many times they've showed up and what for, so they kind of know what to expect. So anyways, so yeah, after all that was said and done, actually I reached out to Ken Paxton, and he was like, send me your number. And actually also Dan Bongino on his personal account, he's like, dude, I'm sorry that happened. Keep me in the loop.
Was this before or after he joined the FBI?
This was right after. This was in April, so no, this is right before deputy director.
Wow. Okay.
So,
but he was certainly connected.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or maybe was he? Maybe he was in the talks of it, or
there was.
I'm trying to remember the time frame, because
Trump had taken office. Bongino was moving into the FBI. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah, something. To
Easy
that
enough. Yeah.
But
yeah.
Anyways, so yeah, he said if contact your local FBI office, which I did. Got in contact with the local FBI agent, and but since then I haven't heard any traffic. So
wow, bro. So if those people got what they want, you and your wife and your kid would all be dead right now for the crime of being a mainstream right-wing person with a sense of humor, who's a good mass communicator.
Yes.
Jesus. Yeah. What'd you learn?
That I'm nothing. I'm still gonna post.
I think like now you're probably on a list, right?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Because I mean, knock on linoleum, but I always wonder why this doesn't happen to me, and I'm glad it doesn't. Please don't, please don't dox me.
Right.
But like, the people that are getting doxxed, it's not Glenn Beck, it's not Sean Hannity, it's not Michael Berry, it's not Kenny Webster, it's not, and thank God, because we don't want to get doxxed either. But like, you're a guy who people in right-wing conservative media that are actively online would know who you are.
Right.
And people that aren't probably wouldn't. And so, like, to some average cop somewhere that sees your name float across his desk, he's probably not going to recognize that.
Correct.
And that's probably why you got swatted.
I mean,
or let's say almost got swatted, because that could have been a lot worse.
Well, I mean, I did get swatted.
But you didn't get, but it wasn't like.
I wasn't like that.
Yeah, I'm not trying to marginalize it. I'm not. No, I'm not.
No, I know.
But like, that could have been so much
That's
worse.
very true.
Like, thank God you wouldn't be sitting here right now.
Exactly.
You know the story of Dennis Tuttle and Regina Nichols? Man, I'm so glad we're talking about this, because this is very important. right before George Floyd
Okay.
and the pandemic.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
There was this guy in Houston, Texas, named what was the cop's name? Gerald Goins. This would have been 2019, early 2019,
Okay.
roughly a year out from George Floyd.
Mm-hmm.
Goes out and gets bad intel from a snitch, basically. He's a
Right.
drug cop in Houston, and apparently he does this all the time. Not to cut out of the story for a minute, but apparently he once did it to George Floyd.
Wow.
But that has nothing to do with this story. He gets bad intel, and he does a no-knock raid on these two white people, Dennis Tuttle and Regina Nichols.
Okay.
Runs in with guns a-blazing. He's been told they are black tar heroin dealers. Runs into their house. This place is squeaky clean.
Right.
To the point where some cop on duty, we think, like, dropped a baggie of Coke on the floor just to justify why they went there. I'm pro-cop, by the way. These things happen.
Yes.
So guns ablazing, everyone dies. The Dennis is dead, Regina's dead,
Wow,
the
yeah.
dog's dead. Turns out not only do these guys have a clean legal record, they're gun rights people. So now you've done well, what would you do? Your name is Steve Loves Ammo on Twitter.
Right.
What if you didn't know those were cops outside and they came and your door buzzed
dude,
down and
yeah.
somebody comes in with a gun?
Like, you think it's an intruder, and you're obviously you're going to defend your life, your property, and your family.
As a conservative, I am all about
Yes.
hard arm of the law, support the cops, law and order.
Absolutely.
But as a gun rights guy and a libertarian, lowercase l, the no-knock raid stuff doesn't work. I will
Right.
tell you, this will make me unpopular a little bit in front of this audience. If we're really being objective, it's maybe
Yes.
the one thing I don't like about what ICE is doing right now. Because if ICE picks the wrong house, I don't have an issue with the masks. I don't give a shit if those guys are wearing masks.
Well, just bring
If they
COVID
could-
back.
Right. If they could prove their border patrol, especially if cops are assisting them, fine. I don't care. It's
Right.
not border patrol, ICE, that they're ICE. You know, it's not the same thing. But the no-knock raids, and for the record, most of that is exaggerated. Mostly they've had
Okay,
warrants.
yeah,
They've
that's the
arrested
correct-
people
yeah.
that deserve it. The actual cases where this are happening, we're probably talking about less than 1%. I'm
Yes.
still against it.
Right.
But anyway,
But I mean, there's always like I don't know.
There's always an exception.
Unintended consequences for things like that. But the root of the problem was 20 to 40 million illegals were let through to this country. So of course there's going to be some issues along the way, but it's for the greater good. These
That's
people
it.
need to go.
that's it. If you don't like the mass deportations, if you don't like the mass eliminate, then you should have spoken up when Joe was letting the border
Like these
remain open.
rhinos, like
It was a revolving door at the
Yes.
border for child molesters, rapists, and criminals.
yes.
I don't want everybody to get deported, but
Absolutely.
I do want all the dangerous ones to get deported.
Yes.
And a few of the gray area ones, I don't have any crocodile tears for them either.
Dude, I got a more severe stance on immigration probably than you.
You live out by Colony Ridge.
No.
No, you don't live near Colony Ridge?
Well, I mean, we kind of all do.
You
but
don't, well,
I've driven through Colony Ridge, and I'm like, wow, this is Little Mexico. But anyways,
Colony Ridge is near here. It's near the city. You live in the suburbs. I'm not trying to you've had enough of that. I'm not trying to, but like, you get it. Like, it's
Yes.
out there in the suburbs, a little further out. You've been to Colony Ridge?
once I've driven through,
What did you think of it?
dude. It's
There's wild dogs everywhere and trailer homes.
dude. It looks like Mexico. Like if you've ever been to El Paso and you look over the border, that's what Colony Ridge, in my opinion, looks like, but flat land.
Yeah, see, someone's got to do something about that.
Yes, absolutely.
Someone's got to do something about Epic City. We can't have Sharia law communities in Texas. That's against everything we believe in.
In my opinion,
and
all
I
these
primarily mean jalapeno sausage. These people got to go.
yes, and in my opinion, they should be shipped to Ukraine.
Sure.
Hey, it's a win-win. You guys need meat suits in Ukraine, and we get rid of our illegals.
Well, what did Russia do? They brought in North Koreans. Isn't that wild? And now all of a sudden, North Korea has some Russian military technology.
Strange how that works.
Yeah,
But,
war makes interesting bedfellows, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Because,
exactly.
one of these is the most communist place on earth. The other one proudly rejected communism in the 90s.
Right.
But I would say they probably didn't, right?
No.
All right,
No,
this
I
is
would
the
say-
other thing I wanted to talk to you about today. You're a dad. You have a kid. I feel like punching down is never okay in politics. It's the one thing I don't do.
No.
I am a proud troll. Dude, I've been blocked by some of the best. You wouldn't
Right.
believe
Good.
some of the Hollywood celebrities, politicians,
Yeah.
journalists. You wouldn't believe it.
Alec Baldwin's my favorite.
That's a great example. I was blocked by Alec Baldwin. I don't like punching down. If I was an elected official, which by the way, the system's been designed to keep people like me from ever holding public office, but what Lena Hidalgo did, I need to explain this real quick because there might be some people watching that aren't from Houston. In the state of Texas, where Steve and I live, the single most powerful elected official in the Democrat Party is Lena Hidalgo, right? She
Yes.
has more than any other Democrat in the state. There are no statewide Democrats holding office. So the person in charge of the biggest municipal government is Harris County, and that's Lena Hidalgo. Lena Hidalgo was basically elected by accident when Beto O'Rourke was running for Senate against Ted Cruz. Right. It's crazy to think about how this
Yeah,
happened.
I know.
No one ever thought Lena was going to win.
No.
And she won her re-election, weirdly enough.
Insane.
She supposedly has drug problems. She took off months at a time to go to a mental health clinic.
Really?
Right. Yeah, last year. She's done it more than once. And I'm pretty sure she pretended to run in the Houston Marathon. I have a lot of evidence to prove she didn't really run in it. She just pretended to. But I don't know. I have no idea. It's besides the point. Yesterday in a commissioner's court, this was either yesterday or earlier today. I just got a hold of this clip courtesy of Holly Hansen. If you're not following Holly Hansen at thetexan.news, you better follow her right now. And Holly sends me this clip. Apparently there's this guy. He's has a disability. And it's pretty obvious he has a disability from watching this video.
Okay.
Not only does Lena openly laugh at him, she equates him and his disability to being the equivalent of what republicanism is.
No way.
And right now, she's not up for re-election. And then she stops herself from going a little too far from it. We're going to watch this video and then we're going to react to it. So let me turn all the volume up and everything. Hang on, everybody.
This is too bad Adrian Garcia isn't here because this is a talk about his
We've all been asking for a sustained ceasefire. Gaza's population
think of village people.
He says, think of the village people.
Disco in the Navy. Doesn't this hat look like captain and shit? Like I'm a captain. Captain and Tennille.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Your time
Thank
is
you.
up.
Yeah.
You should hear the rest of it goes in the Navy because hey, we're having Fleet Week and
Your
Fleet
time
Week
is
is
up.
very important because
Thank you.
they're
Thank you.
250.
Yeah, Captain of the GOP 3. Yes.
We got it. We're good. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Captain of the
nice
GO3P3.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Doc your hat, Jackie.
Thanks. Just wait until the next commissioner's meeting. I'm gonna tell an Aggie joke.
Okay, thank you.
All right, I want to pause it right here for a second. There's a little more to this. He has just demonstrated the fact that he is mentally disabled and he's
Absolutely.
wearing a captain's hat.
Yes.
And Lena Hidalgo says, yeah, you're captain of the GOP3. Now, the GOP3 is her term for 3 other members of the commissioner's court who she thinks are very helpful to Republicans. Steve, come on. I'm a big fan of inappropriate jokes. I'm a big fan of it. That's pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
That's a pretty fucked up thing to do at a commissioner's court meeting.
Especially like in front of the guy too. Like this is recorded and she's the highest elected official in this room. And she's going to do that and throw those the GOP3 under the bus to someone that's in front of the guy that's actually he's mentally disabled or some mental cognition.
Dude, is that not
Like-
crazy? That is a crazy thing
Like,
for her
man.
to. Now, she's kind of known for this. She's kind of known for popping off. People claim, and this is just speculation, I don't know, that she has an Adderall addiction. She's popping pills. And it causes her to act erratically during commissioner's court, which is why she does this.
Maybe she's on ketamine. I don't know.
I mean, it's possible.
Possible.
Here, let's watch a little more. Hang on a second. Let me turn the mics off and turn the speakers on.
How's Mattress Mac? Are you guys still best friends? Not anymore.
We had a disturbance in, well, I called him a little MF and
Oh no.
all that, and well, I wrote an apology letter to him.
Yeah.
Whether or not what he's doing about it, I don't know.
You know what? If we shouldn't have discussions with you outside the microphone. Do you have anything to add?
Okay, so she stops herself
She
right
brought
here.
Mattress Mac into the mix.
So she knows something. She knows that apparently this is a young man. I think his name's Jacob, and he comes into these commissioners' court hearings pretty regularly.
Okay.
And she does not like Mattress Mac. Now, for those who don't know, Mattress Mac is a local furniture store. He's a local business entrepreneur from the Houston
Billionaire, I
area,
believe, right?
or multimillionaire.
He's
Yeah, I don't
rich.
know. He might be a
I mean,
billionaire.
he's dropping millions on the Astros.
A
All the time.
lot of money, right?
So-
And that's his thing. And supporting and funding Republican candidates, and not like wacky far right, like very reasonable, moderate Republicans in local elections,
Right.
city candidates running in the city on just common sense issues, pretty close to the center. Lena fucking hates this guy. She cannot stand Mattress Mac. She knows that this mentally disabled guy and Mattress Mac must have had who knows what happened.
Yeah.
And she's trying to get him to tell the story so she can make Mattress Mac look bad. Now,
Right.
for the record, didn't work. Mattress Mac's a great guy.
He is,
Everybody
yeah.
knows that he's very supportive of charities. He's very like if you run a local charity in town, you're raising money for whatever, disabled people, homeless people, you can
Yeah.
call Mattress Mac and he will almost always be like, all right, here's a little something for you.
Yeah, help you out somehow. Yeah.
Lena Hidalgo is the opposite of that. She's
Yeah.
taking money away from these efforts and putting it towards her weird, LGBTQ rainbow
LMNOP.
crosswalks and musicians in the airport, like anything we don't need to spend money on.
I mean, that's typical Democrat though. But man, so if I run for local office, no, Mattress Mac, I'm too extreme.
But is that what you think? Mattress Mac is a great guy,
No,
for the
he
record.
is. He really is.
As a guy that's hung out with Mattress, couldn't be a nicer guy, one of the nicest people.
Yeah, I would love
as
to meet him.
American as apple pie.
Yes.
Texas and Houston in general is a better place because of Mattress Mac.
Yes.
And yesterday, Lena Hidalgo, like, it's pretty obvious why she's bringing this up. I will tell you, anybody watching this video, go if you have to, if you want to make a point to Lena Hidalgo, go out and support great business owners.
Right.
Because like Mattress Mac, because it really seems to upset her when
Yeah.
people do this.
Are you about to play the Mattress Mac commercial?
No, but I
I'm
do
just
love
kidding.
Mattress Mac.
I'm just playing, man.
We actually, I
no,
mean,
I like him. He's a generally really awesome guy.
all around just a
Yes,
cool guy.
absolutely, man.
All right, Steve, this has been fun. This was an unexpected live stream
I know.
today. We were just eating lunch. You and I were having Rubens down the street
Mm-hmm.
at a cool Jewish deli called Kenny and Ziggy's, and I was like, man, you should come check out the studio.
And then
Steve, we should make this a regular thing,
I
dude.
think so, man.
Yeah.
At least once a week. I think that'd be fun.
At least until we solve all of Texas's problems. And then
Well,
and then we'll just come in here and we'll talk about Tres Leches. You didn't eat yours, bro. I ate mine.
yeah, I know.
Why? What,
I'm still kind of full.
is that it from the
Yeah.
sandwich?
Dude, I have a very incredible figure that I'm trying to keep up.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, pretty
Do you know
much.
you can eat whatever you want if you lift?
Well, I do lift.
That's my secret.
yeah, I know.
My coach tells me that I'm not. He's like, eat more, lift more.
Yeah.
If you're using the calories, you can eat them,
Yeah, I mean, that's true. I mean, you can just eat one Big Mac a day and you'll be okay.
dude. Big Macs. I mean, I would do Whataburger, but
I think I'm about to go back on carnivore, though.
let's close out with this. Is Whataburger worse now that it's owned by a Chicago business? Some bank owns it.
Yeah.
Have you noticed a difference?
Yeah. To me, Whataburger has just been incredibly salty.
We were just talking about this at my gym yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell if Whataburger got worse or if I'm just getting older and more jaded and nothing is as great as it used to be. Like, do you think sweet tarts are any different now than they were when we were kids?
No.
But if you ate one now, you wouldn't like it the way you liked it when you were 9.
Okay, well, yes, maybe your palates do change over time.
You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like,
yeah.
Did Whataburger get worse? Am I just more bitter and resentful?
Well, that's true because I used to hate Brussels sprouts. Now I love Brussels sprouts.
Okay, do you know what happened with Brussels sprouts?
Uh,
Brussels sprouts changed. Dude, do you think, look me in the eye, Steve, do you think I'm lying to you right now? Brussels sprouts have changed. Here, hang on. Let me see if I can pull up an article about it.
maybe because did they just get like randomly imported from now on from Brussels? I'm just kidding.
Here we go.
That was a really shitty dad.
No, it's okay. It was a good attempt at Brussels sprout humor. There's not much.
There isn't.
There's not much you can do with Brussels sprouts. No, look at this. Brussels sprouts have changed because plant breeders have selectively bred them to have less bitter, more appealing flavor.
No way.
It started in the 90s. So you and I, you're born in 84, I'm going to guess?
Correct, yes.
Okay, because I was born in 82. I'm 2 years
Okay.
older than you, so that was easy math.
Yeah.
I'm not a genius of... I don't even know your last name, Steve.
It's Loves Ammo.
Is it what? Loves Ammo? Is that it?
I've legally changed it to Loves Ammo.
I love, Loves Ammo. Oh,
Yeah.
Loves Steve Loves Ammo. Of course it's Steve Love. No, but I just happen to know that as a kid, I hated Brussels sprouts too. And now as an adult, when you go to like a food truck
Okay.
or like some trendy
Yeah.
new restaurant, what's always on the menu?
Brussels sprouts.
Crispy Brussels sprouts and truffle
Like fire
fries.
roasted, you know.
I can't explain
Yeah.
why truffle fries are everywhere now. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
But Brussels sprouts are on all these menus because chefs have figured out, the agriculture industry has fixed this
Right.
over the last 3 or 4 decades, and it's a cheap vegetable. So they could cook it, make it crispy, fry it, cover it in sauce, cover it in aioli, which is just mayonnaise with chipotle spice. And then they throw that into the menu,
Interesting.
and you feel like you're eating gourmet.
Wow. Is this kind of like the same concept? I'm really terrible at analogies, but I'm going to try to make one. Like, remember when you were a kid and you had like a Whopper? It felt like you were eating a UFO, right? Like just gigantic.
Right.
But now it just seems like, dude, this is tiny. Is it because we're bigger people?
All
We're
right,
not
so this
children
is going to
anymore?
be, I'm going to give you a complicated answer. I don't eat at Burger King because I'm against net neutrality regulations. It's okay. Do you remember this? Do you remember several years ago, Burger King, let me see if I can find
my.
it. Burger King ad, net neutrality. Trump was president and Burger King was trying to
Trying to do,
prove,
like a 2030 type thing.
right, they were trying to suggest, let me see if I can find, here's a video. Let's watch a little of this real quick, and then we'll get out of here. Burger King was trying to prove that if net neutrality regulations don't exist, you'll have to pay for Twitter, which is exactly what didn't happen. Hold on.
It was? With net neutrality, you know, some people, for what it's worth, just, you know?
I don't know exactly, but it is.
Got a number 1. Hey, how you doing?
Do you know what number 98, what's going on with it?
Number 98, you got the Whopper?
Yeah.
So you got the slow access Whopper pass?
Wait,
It's on the menu right there with the fast, medium, and slow.
Slow MBPS, fast MBPS, or hyper fast MBPS. MBPS, of course, standing for making burgers per second.
So if we want a Whopper now, we have to pay $26.
Well, that's how you get it fast. That's the highest priority.
This is like a lane
It's
system?
gonna be like 15, yeah. fast.
Okay, so you kind of see where this is going, right?
Exactly.
No, none of this was true at all. It didn't
Right.
even matter. They're like, and by the way, paying more for faster internet that's not like something we need the government to fix, right?
Right.
The whole idea behind net neutrality is there was this theory that if you were the internet service provider, you could slow down the internet connection on retailers who were competing with the retailers that you were partnered with. It's all theoretical. This
Right.
never actually happened. So Burger King came out. They did the Pride Whopper.
Yeah.
They started allowing crypto. And then they came out as like this net neutrality thing was supposed to be an anti-Trump thing back in 2018.
Oh my God.
Did I just blow your mind with the stupidest fucking thing you saw
Yeah,
all day?
dude, like this is like blue anon type shit. Like, oh my God, man.
What are you going to do with this information, Steve, now that you have it?
I'm just gonna take it in and it's gonna go right out the other ear.
Yeah, that's all you could do with it. But to your point, I think the Whopper did get smaller since the 80s. I think it shrunk. I mean, we got bigger.
Like shrinkflation over time, possibly.
Shrinkflation's got to be
Is-
real.
Maybe it's partially that, and then partially like whenever you're a child and you're holding like a cheeseburger, it just feels gigantic in your little kid hands, right? And then when you become an adult and you got shack-size hands like I do, then it just feels small. Like I could completely cover a soda can or a water bottle. with my
Yeah.
hand.
And that's what it is, dude. Steve Loves Ammo. For those that don't know who this guy is, you need to follow him. And he's on X. You're also on the TikTok.
Yeah, it's Steve Loves Ammo.
Also, that's easy. Consistency is important.
I'm try to be consistent.
I couldn't get the same handle on every platform. So if people want to find me, just look for Kenny Webster. I'm a comedian and a morning radio shock jock. I'm a morning radio asshole from Houston, Texas. And I lean pretty hard to the right and pretty hard in the libertarian direction.
Yes, I'm fiscally libertarian.
Yeah, same. Anyway, my man, Steve, we got to bounce. Thanks, everybody, for watching this. Hit the share button. Follow Steve if you're new to him. Follow me if you're new to me. Love you guys. Have a great afternoon. Have a great weekend, everybody.
You are listening to the Pursuit of Happiness Radio. Tell the government to kiss your ass when you listen to this show.